かなわぬ。
Alright, what is going on, guys? Spiteful is back again, coming at you with the update for the voting selection banner that we actually ended up getting. Now, shout out to the boy out in Yodo for putting this together. Now, keep in mind that stuff is subject to change depending on when KLab actually tallies up the votes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure Aaron literally started counting it up when they said that they would stop the voting process. But, like, let's be real here. If KLab decides to start counting literally like a day later or 2 days later, whenever they decide to even start counting to begin with, like, we could end up getting a different list. Now, going into the list, let's just straight up get right into it because we do have a lot to cover. Strong attack, recharge minus 12%, Hollow, and a Ronkar killer. 5th anniversary Ichigo is an absolute monster. Berserker 60%, Havoc, Marauder, which means that he has guard break and bypasses melee resistance. He does actually have weakening on all of his attacks. He has the standard lunge for strong attack, 800 circular AoE second strong attack that goes up to 960 because of Havoc 20%, and he has a charge attack that actually goes beyond full screen at 1080 when it's fully charged. It hits twice as hard. He is a monster. He also has Sprinter +2, weakening on it, and then it's also a distant third strong attack, which means that it actually takes place in front and a bit in back, which means that it's very, in my opinion, a very, very good strong attack. Next on the list, Christmas. Now, I know a lot of people were very upset that Mommy Milkers was actually like chosen here. Strong attack, recharge minus 14%, Hollow killer, Berserker 20%, Frenzy. She does have a beam for strong attack, freeze on all of her attacks along with Debilitator. And her second strong attack actually is, she has the vacuum explosion style ability that Bankai Shuhei has, as well as Camp Your Own World Shunsui Okiura. Now, this attack actually locks you in place, which so it could be very, very hit or miss. It gives you a lot more invincibility frames in co-op, but in epic raids you don't get those invincibility frames from strong attack, so it could be really, really risky. Third strong attack is going to be standard full screen. She's not a bad character. I think that people are just upset because they can't really make effective use out of her, right? Like, she's not, there's no place that she's like by far the best unit in. Alright, next on the list we got another Nell, which is actually kind of funny because we got a lot of duplicate characters. We got 2 Nells, we have 2 Byakuyas. So Nell, weakening on everything. She has the 1000 radius into an explosion style ability, which is really, really good for the third strong attack. Second strong attack, standard lunge for 625 radius. Very, very good. Same thing that TLA Soifon has. And then first strong attack is going to be a standard lunge, the actual first strong attack standard lunge. Weakening on everything with Disabler against Heart Attribute Soul Reapers, which usually they end up dead anyways, so I don't think that that's too crazy. Sprinter +1, Berserker 20%, Frenzy, Devastation 40%. She does have Debilitator. Very, very good character, and Soul Reaper killer, obviously, so very, very good character there. Now, 5th anniversary Byakuya is an absolute monster. Like, strong attack, recharge minus 14%, Berserker 40%, no status ailments, but that doesn't matter. Bombardment, so he doubles his hits on his ultimate instead of a standard devastation 40 to 60%. Bruiser 40%, Frenzy, Havoc 20%, Sharpshooter, which means the same thing as Marauder except for range resistance. So pretty much he has guard break and range resistance nullifier. Sprinter +1, and the reason that they do this is simply so that they can actually add an extra skill. As of right now, they haven't gone beyond 8 skills, so that I think that they made these skills specifically so that they can keep the 8 skills without having to add an extra one. Keep in mind that enhanced strong attack recharge actually is a skill as well, so that's why you see 7 down here. Yeah, but overall this Byakuya is an absolute powerhouse. He does have the shave style ability for strong attack. His second strong attack, however, is a 960 distant AoE, so that's the circular AoE in front of you, except it also shoots out a bunch of swords that actually turns into a 630 radius homing vortex that continues to follow enemies even after they die. So once an enemy dies, it will literally go out of its way to start moving towards the next enemy, and this actually tracks across the entire map. Even no matter how big the map is, if as long as you pop that vortex, it will literally try to find and try to get to the next enemies, which is absolutely insane. Third strong attack is going to be the same strong attack as Oriental Nell, where it's 1000 radius into an explosion. Alright, next on the list, Spirit Society Byakuya. I said he was a shoo-in, and I never once doubted that. Soul Reaper killer, ranged attacker. He has the same exact kit as, he has the same exact strong attack kit as Lile Baro, and Can For Your Own World Shinji, and that is so sexy. So his first strong attack, standard beam, 3000 length, circular AoE, second strong attack, 960 length, radius, and then 1200 radius, third strong attack, freeze on everything, debilitator plus 5 seconds, berserker 20%, havoc 20%, frenzy, sprinter plus 1, very good. Yo, byakuya is absolutely insane, and I get that some people are like, oh, but Lile Baro is better. Yeah, so like, Lile Baro is a 1000-year Blood War character, alright? Like, the chances of you getting duplicates in Lile Baro as opposed to this byakuya, unless you're using, like, special move sources, it's night and day difference, because this byakuya is going to be more readily available. Like, this byakuya has been being spit out like candy. Alright, next on the list we have Machine Society Ulquiorra. I don't think it's really that bad that he's here, just because there wasn't really many good speed units to choose from. Strong attack recharge minus 12%, Hollow Killer, Berserker 20%, Frenzy, Guard Break, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, weaken on all of his attacks, as well as Sprinter plus 1. Now going into his actual kit, going into attacks, boom boom. Standard lunge for a strong attack, second strong attack is going to be the 2500 length beam, full screen, third strong attack, very good character. I don't really like the comparisons with Kirinji, just because Kirinji has paralysis on his attacks, and Kirinji also has Havoc 20%, and the third strong attack is the 975 on Kirinji, which I think is significantly better. We have Power Candace, which I think is really good. A Rancor Killer, strong attack recharge minus 12% link. No Sprinter plus 2 like Candace, but she does have Havoc 20%, Berserker 20%, Frenzy, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, paralysis on all of her attacks. She's a very good character. Standard lunge for strong attack, circular AoE second, third strong attack is going to be standard full screen. So was that 570, 960 radius, and then 1200. Very good character. I do like that Aaron put menu on her description, and I'm like, yeah, I'd like that little snack, you know what I'm saying? Next on the list we have Desert Society Yoruichi. Bruiser 20%, normal attack damage link 20%, so she does have a bruiser of 40% built in. Flurry, poise, and enhancer, so she is a team booster. Very good value character, and she's a Chronicle Quest bonus, which is awesome. So Soul Reaper Killer, 771 attack, like team booster, paralysis on everything but her boost. Just very good character. Not really too much to really say about that. Next on the list, we're going into the Link Slot Potion characters, which we actually ended up getting every single one that is not Can For Your Own World Kenpachi, right? So you have Desert Society Rukia with Berserker 20%, Frenzy, Sprinter plus 2, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, weaken on everything with a charge skill. Boom boom. A charge skill that's AoE distance, so 900 radius, but it's in front of you instead of around you, which I think is very good. Obviously I wish she had Havoc 20%, but she's still really good in general. She has the 800 circular AoE for her second strong attack, the AoE distant, which is awesome, and then standard lunge for strong attack. I wish that she got Havoc 20%. I think that she'd be probably one of my favorite units of all time if she did. They could have just took out Bruiser 20% and she would have been fine. She does have Sprinter plus 2 though, which is really nice, so she gets to zoom across the battlefield. Last ditch survival rate, which means like if you die in Inheritance Zone because of lag, which is very possible, then like at the very least you're coming back and you'll be able to like not have to use 2 orbs. Honestly, Desert Society Rukia is one of my favorite characters just in general. She also has Soul Reaper Killer, which is awesome. Next on the list, Kisuke, Guard Break, Flurry, same NAD string as Tokinata, bruiser of 60%, which is insane. He doesn't have a boost like Tokinata, but he does have a barrier with the same strong attack as Tokinata does, and he does have an Rancor Killer for range. I'm actually using him in Ranged Rancor Killer Guild Quest Week, which is currently out right now, which is awesome, and he does his job very well. Heart Link Slot Potions plus 5 for Inheritance Zone for mind only. Keep in mind that this Link Slot Potion skill does stack. I always have to mention that because some people still to this day don't know, especially if you're new to the game. These Link Slot Potion characters are very high value units. Next on the list we have Red Kenpachi, except she looks a little sexier here. Inheritance Zone, Technique, Link Slot Potions plus 5, Bruiser 20%, Devastation 20%, Berserker 30%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds. So pretty much weaken on all of her attacks, Bruiser of 20%, Damage Reduction Link, a Hollow Killer, which is nice, Flurry and Poise, and then on top of that, she has a Walking Vortex, like Walking Self Vortex for her second strong attack, and her third strong attack is actually the 1000 into... Yes, it is the 1000... Vacuum, the 1000 radius vacuum into explosion, which is really, really good for NAD characters. She has a standard lunge for her first strong attack. Just overall, just really good value character. She can't really auto like Kisuke can, or like how Rukia can nuke as fast as possible, but I think that Ruruka gets the job done, and having someone carry you with like 3 Rurukas in the party is probably the most efficient way to get this done, especially if you're running characters like Spirit Society Byakuya or 5th Anniversary Ichigo. And last but not least, last on the list, Swimsuit Apache. Now I'm hoping that this does not change, because Swimsuit Apache is actually an incredible unit when it comes to guild quests. So for those that are trying to push numbers or just make your life significantly easier when it comes to beating Espada Week, I think that she does a really good job. She has Berserker 40%, Frenzy, Havoc 20%. She does have Devastation 60%, along with Weakened Defense, which is really good, and Sprinter +1, obviously. And then she also has a heal on her special move. Now, what makes this character special is simply, no, not because she's itty bitty titty committee. Okay, relax. All right. The first strong attack, she actually got a custom first strong attack, which, well, no, I don't want to say custom. That makes it sound a little different. But like, her first strong attack is actually a different first strong attack beam than we normally get. She actually has a different one, which is 1200 width, 1200 length. What that means is we have literally like a shotgun style blast in front of you, which is absolutely mad. And like, my criticism always for beam characters when it comes to guild quests in particular is that you don't need 3000 length beam for a map that's literally 2000 length in size, right? So having a 1200 by 1200 beam is incredible, because you have crazy good spread and then you have a crazy good length on it too. This ability in and of itself is really good, considering that it's on an 8-second cooldown. A second strong attack is going to be the 800 circular AoE that goes up to 960 because of Havoc, and then you have the 1200 radius full screen third strong attack. Honestly, this character was literally specifically designed for guild quest. She has really good range, she does her job, she has weakened defense on her ultimate instead of like status ailments, but she just does, like, straight up just deals raw damage with devastation 60% weakened defense. Awesome character. And then, like I said, she's able to heal up her homies, which is really good. So, like I said, shout out to the boy Aaron Yeto. Now, I do have to give the disclaimer that this all is subject to change. We don't know when K-Lab is going to start voting and all that, but like, I do trust Aaron Yeto's judgment when it comes down to this. As you see here, he did do round 1 with 5th Anniversary Byakuya getting 15,000 votes, Nell 7.1k, Kisuke 7.1k, Machine Society Okiura at 5.8k, Desert Society Yoruichi at 4.9, and Swimsuit Menu at 4.7k. Now keep in mind that when it comes down to it, these ones that are in the bottom slots in terms of vote count, those could be edged out by other characters. I hope that they don't, because these characters are, in my opinion, very good. And you'll see that Apache barely made it into the 6th slot. Like, you have Christmas Nell at 4.9k. When we were counting earlier, you'll see that Ichigo had 8,700, and then you had Christmas Nell at 3,400 and Apache at 3,000. That means that this Apache actually closed the gap with the Christmas Nell. However, you'll see that Orihime was not that far behind with 200 votes, and the Swimsuit Halibel was at 2650 votes. So these guys are very subject to change. If Orient Orihime comes in or Swimsuit Halibel comes in, I do think that they're less valuable than this Swimsuit Apache, just because of the utility that Apache has when it comes to that particular guild quest. It just makes your life hella easier. But like I said, subject to change. We don't know when K-Lab is going to want to start voting, start counting the votes. So shout out to the boy James, shout out to the boy Aaron Yeto, and yeah, shout out to the boys. I will leave Aaron Yeto's YouTube link down in the description below, as well as his Twitter, like I did in the first video, like the first round of voting. I do think that this banner, regardless of who makes it to the 6th slot here, I do feel like this banner is still going to be the best banner of the year, and I would recommend you guys summon on this banner instead of end of the month. This end of the month banner is going to be absolutely wild. I don't doubt that Christmas is going to be wild. I don't doubt that end of the year is going to be wild. Alright, now for the timeline on when this banner is like pretty much probably going to drop. As you'll see here, poll selection, X10 step up summons. Step 1 is free, step 6 guarantees one of the 12 banners. Hopefully this is not the banner that we get, or at least not the banner structure. If it is, this banner is going to suck. In which case this banner is you be very careful about going all in. However, I'm really hoping that they do this 20 step format, 30 step format. I don't care if it's the Burn the Witch format, it's much better than what we got for anniversary. Alright, so just keep that in mind. This came out December 26, 2019 to the end of the year. You would actually have the opportunity to check what is the end of the month banner when this banner came out. So a lot of people saved, waited for confirmation on Thousand Year Blood War, Oetsu, Orihime, and Ichibe before they summoned on this banner. This banner was pretty high value for its time, but this banner that we're getting now is probably even more, it's more value than ever before, okay? Now, as you'll see here, this is from last year. Everyone decides summon selection, voting round 3. Vote by liking or retweeting the characters in our comments. Now, they did 3 rounds last time, and it went on for 2 days. So 11:27 to 11:29 for the final round. They chose 4 units instead of the 6 units that they're releasing, though this time around I think it's better. I'd much rather have the 2 rounds, give them more time to actually flesh out the banner and actually do the banner justice. As you'll see here, November 27, we had Mayuri, Ichigo, Yoruichi. I even liked some of these, right? Why did I pick Nemu? Oh, I picked Nemu for Swig, of course I did. And then we have Shunsui, Shinji, Jushiro, Sajin. So obviously this banner is going to be a lot more high value than ever before, right? So I will say that. Yeah, so as far as when the banner should come out, I do believe that it will be coming out towards the end of the year. Obviously, after Christmas, it might come out before Christmas, after Christmas. I think that the 26th is a very good timeline because that's when that's after everybody had already gotten their Christmas money, so they can actually afford to blow their money on Bleach bracelets. That's probably their that's probably gonna be their goal. And I mean, you could say it's scummy or whatever, but the reality is they're a company, they want to make money. It is what it is. So I do expect this banner to drop sometime around this, since the voting is roughly around the same timeline, and the target date is usually around end of the year. However, when you can guarantee that every 5-star you pull is a valuable character, that's quite massive. Now, sure, there's a lot of characters here that aren't as valuable as others. Christmas Nell and Machine Society Okiora, in my opinion, are probably the least valuable because they're not Chronicle Quest bonus. They don't do anything special in terms of Senkaimon, hard Senkaimon stages. Maybe they'll do it later. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm glad that round 2 voting for this Yoruichi came out after Chronicle Quest bonus started rolling in, because then she might actually not have been in the... She might not have even been voted in, maybe, but she's a NAD character, so a lot of people are... if you notice here, they didn't really put too many NAD characters. They only put the Link Slot Potion characters as the NAD characters, and Mrs. Chronicle Quest bonus. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I will leave it at that. You guys grind on, catch up, pay up, stay blessed. I wish you the best of luck at your summons, guys. Like I said, yo, be very careful about picking the banners that you summon on. I will still continue to say that this banner is worth summoning on, if the banner is worth summoning on, but make sure that you set aside some orbs in order to summon here. This is definitely going to be where your banner, where your orbs will have the most value. All right, but anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. Stay blessed, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.